Yes, and we are live again. Good evening and welcome back. If you are coming for the first time, welcome to my channel. My name is Marlies. If you're coming for a second or third time, welcome back. I really appreciate it. Tonight we are going to go ahead with part 3 of the Botanical and Insect flipbook with the envelope pocket on the front. For now, it's not the last live stream overall, but it's for the last live stream before summer holiday. So my kids are going to school for another week, and then they are home for about 6 weeks. And I think the live stream will be stopped for, well, at least the first 3-4 weeks of their holiday, because I really want to spend time with my husband and my 2 children. So that is for right now, my explanation about why I'm going live for now for the last time. Yeah, let's get started. I will put my top view camera on. Let me see, I will switch. There we go. So this was made in the first 2 live streams, and today I'm not going to say that I'm going to finish, because well, for the ones who know me, I cannot stop layering, and I have difficulties with I cannot stop adding stuff or embellishments. So let's see how far we are coming tonight. Yeah, just relax, enjoy. Okay, so if I am looking at this, it's a little bit plain to me. So what I did do in the last 2 live streams, I made a whole sheet. Let me see, I can show you. Do you remember the sheet that I'm using for just stamping? And if you have that laying on the side of your desk and maybe looking at it, then you think, oh yeah, I like that and I like that. I would like to see this over here, and it gives you some extra ideas. So these stamps were already made last time. The thing that I got out on the table for today for extra is, let me see if I can hold it up to the camera a little bit closer. So here you can see the Tim Holtz snippet pack, the field notes snippet pack, and I already made a selection before going live, because that's a little bit easier. As you can see, it's all blue tones, because in this flipbook we already used some blue tones over here in the stamping, and I really liked that, so I made it a bit of something to like a focal point to focus on. So I made my selection. I'm not going to say I'm going to use it, but it's there, and if I see something, I can get it right away. Okay, so let me just get started. It doesn't need much, because the image is already very beautiful. So I was thinking about the field notes stamp set. We made the stamps last week. Just inking up the edges, because I already did the, you know what I always do, the paper distresser from Tim Holtz. So the edges are already roughened up. And as you can see, these little snippets are just perfect for something extra on your little collage. What I also do like, let me see, for the blue backing paper. So I had a very old batch of all kind of cards that I'm not using as cards anymore. So I'm using it as well, yeah, for some extra layers or to glue things on, and that is what I'm going to do right now. So what I did, this was all stamped with the cobalt from the archival ink. Cut it out, roughened up the edges. I will ink it a bit with the coffee color, and then I'm gluing it down to the blue paper. Because, yeah, these edges are a little bit too plain for me. Let me see if I can find some glue over here. So I will use the blue card as a little bit of a background. Okay, let me see, is this glue working? Maybe it's clogged up, let me see. And I do think it is. Let me see if I can find another one. And I already had that problem a couple of times. So let me see if the other ones are working. Because you know what happens. Then I'm working. My studio is in the attic. Then I'm working, and sometimes I forget the time, and then I'm in a hurry and leave everything. You see, this one isn't working either. And then I leave everything, and then I will go to school and pick up the children and everything, and then I forgot to how do you say it? I forgot to put the top on. Let me see if I can do it a little bit like this. Maybe there will be too much glue right now. Okay, yes, we can do this. Yes, this is fine. It is just working. Oh, that is what I was thinking, because I did cut a little bit of the nozzle, so let me just swipe some glue off like this. Okay, so this is what I do. I will put it on the blue, and then just cut a little, just a little edge around it in blue. I really like, yeah, it's just like a little accent, and I think the words, you're giving it more justice. So just get the paper distressor out and just do the edges a little bit. Okay, let me see how this will go. I will glue this down first. So I really have to say this was tonight I think it's the 5th time I'm going live, and yeah, I still have to get used to it because like I said before, it's a lot. I have all new devices to work with, 2 different kinds of webcams and a new laptop and a new streaming program. So, and then I still have to, I have to be aware of my English and the crafting. So, yeah, I still have to get used to it, people. And I also really want to pay attention to the chat. I will say hello now. Hello Edith and hello Carrie. Good evening. And you see, you can get really distracted really soon, or really fast, I mean, because there is so much going on. But well, yeah, just do it and then you will learn, right? So we will see how I can and will grow in this, because I really like to explain and show my process, and I get a lot of questions very often, so this is a good way for me to just explain to multiple people in just a short amount of time. So, as you can see, this is already a little collage, and it doesn't have to be the finished, but just like I said, I'm the kind of person that is, well, like now, it's a little collage, and maybe I go on with some other parts, and I'm the kind of person that maybe later on gets it out again and looks at it and I think I'm missing something. So it could very well be that it's not finished, but well, it's a start, right? I really have to push it a little bit down to keep it in place, I think. Okay. So the next thing that I see is the top. In part 1, so the first live stream, I did this with the loose elements and combining them. I placed some stamps over here, and well, no, they are not quite the thing that I wanted it to be, so I'm going to change it up a little. So let me get some papers out so I can get in here with stamping. Okay, where will I place this? On the sides, like this. Okay. I have to make some room, because otherwise there's too much going on the table. So what I already did before on the braille paper, I already stamped it with the text stamp. So I want to repeat that over here on that little piece. And let me see if I have something to put underneath. Yeah, I have a good piece of paper over here. Just to be sure. And just stamp it a little bit firmer, because the braille paper has the little points sticking out, so just give it a good push or press. Let me see. Let me get this out of the way. Okay, so this is like a little bit of a base. I really wanted to cover up the stamping that we did the first time, because yeah, I did not like it so much. So this goes to the side. Get back in with the coffee color. We had this little paper, what I have here right now in my hands, that was from the old book. And like I told that time, it's the name of the flower, it's the passion flower, because I will show you in a minute on the other label, we did a passion flower. I think it's called in English also the passion flower, I'm not sure, but so keep those little text things just for your collage and putting it back into your work. So I don't know if you still remember, but we have this paper that was from the Tim Holtz Wallflower Paper, and this was the piece that we already used on the outside on this pocket, and I really wanted to come back into this on the top, and maybe like so. Maybe I will cut it up here, I don't know yet, but it will look a little bit something like this. And then I had the little round stamp from the Field Notes set with the same cobalt color archival ink, and I was thinking about a little blue dot in the middle with some bread. So what I'm going to do first is just ink the edges with some brown. And maybe I do want to get some stamping, a little bit of blue stamping in the background. So what you are going to do when you lost track of what kind of techniques you used in the first time you were starting your flipbook or the second time, I always go back to the first piece that was was totally done, and that was this piece. So if you forgot, you can go back in here and take a look, and you can see which stamps you used in which colors, because you know, yeah, if you want a balanced look, it's all about repetition. Okay, let me see. I would like this one in blue, so I will get the cobalt out. And it's not that you have to put the whole thing with stamps, maybe just a little piece, just a little accent to get the blue color in there. Okay, and maybe a little number, and maybe not the whole number, but just a little bit. So this is what I do often. You don't have to use the whole stamp, because if you want it only in a small area, but you do want to use it, just only ink or the beginning of the stamp, like this, on the side of your ink pad. Or if you only want to use this piece, you go a little bit more in on the ink pad, like this. And you can also do it on the other side. If you only want to use the back piece of the stamp, then you will put it on this side of the stamp set, on the inking pad, I'm sorry. So in that way, your stamps are very versatile, and even for the smallest spots to stamp. So like I already said, I don't need it to be all stamped, but just a little bit. And a little blue circle. And then you have the bread. I will use another bread later on, so I will pick them up both right now because I am going to work a little bit with them and I want them to look the same. Okay, so let me get something out. Where is it? I have to find something. One moment, please. Oh, geez, it was on top. I already put it in front of me and I'm just looking straight over it. It's the grit paste. It's the opaque. What I do is just take a little bit on my finger, or yeah, you can also get it out of the lid most of the time. And let's see if it will stuck and stays there immediately. And I think it does. So just tap a little bit on your bread to give it a little bit of structure, because like it's called, it's a bit of a grit in there, and that is what you want. So you don't want it to be covered all the way. You can do that if it's your style, but in this case I want a little bit of the green coming through because there's also green in my project. So okay, that's it. It's just a small amount. I will let that dry for a moment. So let me see. Let this dry and let this dry too. And let me see what I want on top of this. I wanted a little bit. So I wanted the numbers to be covered. I did not like them. So just play around with your... Okay, let me see if I like this. Yes, that will be fine. This will be in the middle. So I'm already going to glue this down. So I'm just going to eyeball it a little bit in the middle. Just move it around till you're satisfied, like this. Okay. And this one in the middle. And there you go. I will pull it up to the camera. Okay, let me see if I have a puncher. Yes, I have one over here and it's the right size. Yes. Okay, so right now I will leave it a little bit more, so I will go to this side. So yeah, summer holiday, guys, almost coming up. We are not, well, I wanted to say we're not going anywhere, but I mean like abroad or something, because yeah, COVID. And a couple of weeks ago they did turn, well, they opened a lot over here in the Netherlands, but right now the government is rethinking their actions. So yeah, we don't know what the consequence will be in the next couple of weeks, and that is also the reason why we are not going abroad right now, unfortunately. So we're going to do nice stuff in and around the house, and nearby going to museums and maybe the zoo or something, a movie or that kind of stuff. And of course, rest a little bit and enjoy each other's company. Zo. Even kijken hoe dit zou staan. Dat kan op zich ook nog wel. Dus even kijken. It is big. It is very big. I was just thinking if I could... Can I also make it like just a piece of the circle? Because otherwise it's very big. I'm also looking on camera because, you know, most of the time I'm getting my cell phone out and making pictures and see how it looks, but I think this will be more likely, yeah, I'm going to do this. So there you go. Oh. Yes, that's fine. Well, and otherwise I was thinking to flip it over, you know, to the back, but there is an extra spine in there, so that's not always very handy. Okay, let me see if I can get there. I don't think so, no. I have to get the big... Okay, 1 moment. And there it is. I will make a mark for the middle. I have a pen over here. If I can see the mark, yeah, just slightly, but that will work, I think. Let me see. Yeah, there you go. Okay, put this out of the way. And then I had the big bread. It's not finished yet, but I just want to see if it will work well. Yeah, it will work like this. And then of course it's moving a little bit, but that's okay. And otherwise, let me see if we put some string around it later on. Maybe I can glue just a little piece of the round. And then I can get the string going on this side down and on this side up, and maybe I can put a little bit a dot of glue over there, but that's for later. For now it's fine. So you can see that you bring the colors back, right? You see it? Okay. Okay. So I had a reaction, a comment from somebody, and that was, well, if I did understand right, what she was saying was the following. I think that she said, I don't even know her name anymore. So if you are watching, thank you for the idea. Yeah, I'm going to make an extra flap. Because I had a comment about saying that if you had a flap over here and you put this down like this, or you glue it down like this, then you will have another flap to open. And I really like that idea, if that was the intention. So what I did was I made a long strip of the Tim Holtz Wallflower paper. It was just a leftover strip, but it was perfect like this. You see, it fits perfect. And what I was thinking, because the back isn't, well, that nice, I just get some, how would you say this in English? Let me get the package. Oh, card files. So I'll put them in front of me. Card files. So they are like this, and I just made them in half and then glued them and stitched them underneath each other. So this would be a great spot for some journaling. And then you will finish it like this. Yeah, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to glue this down first to this side. So it's so stupid, I cannot remember who gave me that comment, but I really like the idea. So if you are listening, thank you. Because it gives an extra dimension. And I really like that that it's so playful. You know, all kinds of flaps that you can fold in and out. I'm going to push it a little bit to the edge. I don't, oh yeah, I was in front of the camera. I'm sorry, guys. But it's a little bit of a precision placing this paper, because I don't want it to go. Okay, so then it will look like this, and then you have this flap to glue it down here. So if you are working with me the last couple of weeks and you have this on your table right now, the only thing you have to consider not to place it too close to your spine, because then this will not will not open or close very easily. So yeah, I'm going to glue this part down. Try to get your loose threads a little bit to the front when you want to glue it. Okay, and that's it. And there you have another flap. Okay, so I was thinking, yeah, this is a little bit plain maybe. So I was looking in my drawers and I came up with something. Do you know this stamp set, the wildflowers? So if you don't want this to be all plain white and lined, then just take just one good stamp and embellish it a little bit, and then you're already done and good to go. Okay. And then my brain already thinks it would be nice to get the figure 1 or figure, what is it, figure 1, 2 and 3 from the field note stamp set that you can put on the side of, or on the bottom of this stamp. This would be nice. And it's just a little bit of an extra. You don't need to ink it all up with stamps, but yeah, this is great. Just a little touch. And here's the stamp that I was talking about, the figure 1, 2, 3 stamp. You can put that on the bottom, like that. And maybe to get something from the blue in there, just take a little number. Let me see if I have a number. Oh, where is that cool number? The long, small. I am searching and searching. Oh, there it is. So this would be great on the top. And then because I already did this in the left bottom corner, I mostly work across. So from this corner to the other corner, right top. And there you go. So it's just a little bit of an embellishment, and the rest gives you space to journal. I dropped it on the floor, so let me pick it up and see how this will look. And it will be like this. Then you have a bit of a journal spot over there. I will, let me see how thick this is. I will just glue it down. So after I glue this down, I will take a moment to take a sip of water and try to catch up in the chat a bit, because otherwise I will forget about it and maybe forget about answering some questions if they are there. So, because I still haven't figured out how I can get back into the chatting feed after closing the live stream, because when I close the live stream I lose the chat. So, and that's, yeah, difficult, because if there are any questions, I am not seeing them or reading them and cannot answer them. So if I haven't answered them tonight, if I will forget something, please, when I close the live stream, please put a comment, because the comments are staying. and I can always get back to the comments. So for now, that is a little bit easier for me to answer any questions. Okay, so just give it a slightly a rub to put it down smoothly. Okay, so that is done too. So when you look at this, this is of course the front view. You open it and this is what you see. Well, it's a little bit plain. I want that to be dressed, so I made, what did I make? I made something for it. Where is it? Oh, you always have these things, right? Oh, it's over here. I thought I organized everything, and I did, and I forget where I put it all in steps. Okay, so this is what I have right now for here. Is a belly band. It's already stitched, so this was also a strip of paper that was left over, and just use it. Tear your edges. You don't want it to be straight if you are going for a vintage look, so just tear it. So it's a belly band. You can put stuff under it to show a little on the sides. So say that this will be in the background. The belly band is glued down. I was thinking if it would be nice to put a little bit of some strips of the braille paper, and I'm just going to do that. Because when you think too long, you have more reasons not to do it than reasons to do it. So let's go for it. And if I'm looking now, if I want the straight side or just a bit of the I'm a bit scared. I'm running out of glue. Let me see if I can find even more. So what do we have over here? This one was also clogged up. And now I'm looking for normally, oh yeah, there it is. There is a little bit of a bulk. Let me see if it's working right. Yay! We fixed it. I can't even remember where I was going to place it, but just go along. Oh, that's good. I was a little bit too soon with the inking because it's not adhered yet. Oh, you see, I totally forgot about my water and the chat already. I already forgot it, ladies. Okay, so let me see. Oh, the bugs give you the creeps. Oh, I really like the bugs. No, doing everything at the same time with all the new devices and streaming everything and chatting English and crafting, well, I have to get used to it, so bear with me. Hey Lai, that's my friend from Oman. Let me see, I love what you were doing. Oh, the peekable window with the 3 doors? Yeah, I had that question before, but you know, the last couple of years I did some swaps, a lot of swaps, and um, I got it from somebody, and I don't know the maker or the name or whatever, but I was thinking it could be, I don't know if yeah, it's my channel, but I don't know if it's allowed on YouTube to say something about it. But it could be from AliExpress or something. From, yeah, something like that, I think. But it was a gift. So, a question. If you want to color the grid on the bread, what supply would you use? Well, you have to think about maybe a little bit of a paint or ink. That is mostly the supply that I would use, the material. An acrylic paint or an acrylic fluid paint or acrylic ink. Yeah, that would be a little bit what I would do. So unfortunate, but better to be safe than sorry. Hope you enjoy your break. Oh yes, I will enjoy my break. Thank you so much. Index cards. Yes, maybe that's the other name for the card files. Index cards. Yeah. You can get them at your local office supply store. Okay, let's get going. So that is what I just wanted to add, a little bit of the braille paper. So here you cannot see the little upstanding little points, but on this side I can let it yeah, I can use it. So just putting a little bit of glue down. And let me see if this will work. And yeah, this is fine. Okay. And then give it a good rub with the archival ink coffee color. And if you really want it to be attached, yeah, real good, then maybe you can do an extra stitch or something like that. Okay, then we will have this. So I will glue the belly band, I will glue it down right away, because you know you can add extra stuff on top, like a little collage or a focal point or some of the big bugs or some papers or maybe a little see-through window or something like that. So I'm going to glue this down and we will see where it goes, yeah? Normally I will put glue on these flaps and glue it down, and then you will probably have some kind of thick book. I will put it on top for, yeah, just a couple of minutes. But I have to still have to get used to it in live streams. You don't really have that amount of time to do, and wait for that kind of stuff. So here you also have to take a good look on the spine of the flipbook, because when you're going too close to the folding line, you will have problems opening and closing this this bit. Yeah. Okay, so I will leave that for a minute. Maybe I can put a book on it, on top of it right now. Just for a moment. And then let me get the box out. And this is Tim Holtz Stampset, the Specimen. And I will take 2 of these. And this is also a nice story. I will ink the edges while talking to you guys. This paper came from some, yeah, well, how you say it? It's a place where they have all leftover bulk papers and all kinds of vellums, and they buy it in wholesale. I think, do you say wholesale or something? You know, that when they have something left over, a pack or a pallet. And this, I will hold it up to the camera. You can see, do you see all these little spots? Well, first we had the gulden. That was the money we had. Back in 2001 and 2002 we moved to, yeah, it was 2002. We moved to the euros. So all the old money, they well, they had like a big machine and cut it all up in all kinds of small pieces, and then they recycled it, and this paper came out. So I like those stories, so I bought a whole pack of these. So here you can even see a number. Do you remember the little line on the paper money with all the numbers? So here you can see a little number. Yeah, I like that. That's awesome. Okay. So this is exactly the right word. I'm going to make a little collection of specimen of all insects. Okay, let me place it a little bit in the middle. Yeah, I also use the alcohol inks on these breads. That's right. That is also another option. I also did that before. Yeah. Great to let us know. Thank you. So this will be a big specimen card to slide underneath the belly band. And let me see. I've got 4, 5, 6. These are a little bit more wide with the wings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So you can also ask me questions not only about crafting. If you want to know a little bit more about me, or you want to get to know me a little bit better, I'm also open-minded about those questions, so don't hesitate. And you see this is a little bit more of a precise work, so then you can notice I'm a little bit more quiet to get it done. Okay, I had the right side up, so okay. So I'm still working in the insect theme and botanical theme. So this is all also again about repetition, bringing back similar pieces that I already worked with before. Okay, let me see. So as soon as you decide on some kind of theme or paper, or I'm totally getting into that theme and thinking about what pops into my mind, like these cards, or the flower stamp that I just showed you. You can make little journal cards with them. And so on and so on. So my mind immediately starts working and thinking about all the possibilities. Okay, so it will look a little bit like this. And so, because this is a specimen card, you know that I normally also stamp half images, you know, on the edges. But because it's a specimen card, I'm not going to do that right now. I want it to be in the middle and centered. But we can also go back with the figure 1, 2, and 3 or something similar like that. Maybe add another number to some insects, and let me see what we have even more. I have those numbers over here. These are also cute. I will use them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, 7 and 7. Yeah, I can make it work. And now I have to choose how I'm going to do the figure 1, 2, and 3. If I have enough space for that, I will do this first. Okay. And just don't be afraid if it's a little bit, your stamp is a little bit off. Yeah, don't be afraid. It's still, yeah, I always say handwork. It's handcrafted, you know. So yeah, not everything will be lined up perfectly. But you know, when you have really old documents and books, they also did a lot of hand printing, so you can imagine it wasn't all that straight either. Okay, I have one number left. That is the 84 on the top. But I do have to get the ink of the top number, because otherwise I will stamp that one also, and I don't want it. And there you go, number 84. Okay, so now I have the figure 1, 2, and 3. And let me see if I can place them somewhere above, on the sides, and down here. Would that be, yeah, that would fit, I think. So the same goes for this one. Just use the figure 1, 2, and 3 separate. Figure 1, there you go. And then I will go for figure 2 on the side, like that. It's a little bit of a lighter image on the top, so maybe I swiped a little bit of ink off, but I don't mind, because when you have old papers, it's also not crisp and clear, so. And figure 3, I will put it up to the camera and show you. It looks like this. Okay, let me put away some stamps. I will make some room to go to the next part. Yes. And I will see if there was any question. Oh, you're welcome, my creative space. Such a nice comment. Thank you very much. Okay, so I will lift the heavy book. And let's see if it will fit underneath like I thought I wanted it to be. Yes. So this is for the recipient, and he or she can do whatever she wants with it. This is made for her or him for crafting. Maybe they want to glue it, or so. This is just one piece, and I had another idea for this, so I'm going to show you. Well, I have a great love for old books. So last week I went to the kringloop, to the... I cannot find the word. You know, the second-hand store. I did a remembering note on there. So I just showed you the cards, the index cards. So they're also very easy to make little journal cards. And of course I wanted in a botanical theme, so I was thinking about, yeah, something like this. I really liked this one. So I'm just going to cut those out. And right away, here you can see I really want to save the text, because I think I want to use it again, or I want to use it in my journal cards. So let me see if I will cut a straight line right away, because I really want to use it. So I will do it like this. Okay, so now I have these two. And I will get the text out. Okay, so let me show you a bit of the book. So this is the reason why I got it and I bought it, because can you imagine beautiful botanical envelopes and little folded pockets? Yep. So that is the reason why I bought it. Okay. So this is your index cards. This is the text that I wanted to use. And now, so the bottom I did a straight cutting line. It's not totally necessary, because I still like the rough edges. This is too small to tear, so I will do this with the paper distresser. Okay, so that is number 1 and it will fit perfectly. Yes. This is also too small to tear. So yeah, the little journal cards here, what I'm going to do is just make them the right size, glue them down on the index cards and cut them out. And yeah, you can use the back for journaling, and you can use the front as an extra embellishment under the belly band. So today we went to the forest. It's like a playing forest for our children. It's a fenced area where they have all kinds of trees and logs, so they can build how do you say it, huts or something like that, you know. And they have a little water stream. So we enjoyed our afternoon over there. We took some sandwiches and vegetables and fruit and some candy, and we spent the whole afternoon out there. Okay, so it looks a little like this. Let me glue them down. So I am gluing it down just maybe 1 or 2 millimeters from the sides. Just smooth out the glue underneath so the image will stuck nice and evenly. So it looks a little bit like this, so I can still cut in the middle. Just slightly put a little pressure on it, smooth it out, a little rub. And then of course this isn't wide enough so I can make a teared edge. So it is scissors. Here I can tear it, and this one I will go a couple of millimeters along the sides. On this side too small to tear, and this too. Okay, so that is number 1. Let me see if I can get a nice tear over here. And that is perfect. So this needs to be cut. Okay. So let's go back in with the ink. And don't forget, I don't have to, I cannot forget myself, because I started it out by doing the edges with the coffee color, but also adding some fern green to the edges. So I did not do that over here, but I have to remember myself. So it's all a bit cohesive. And just a slight touch here and there, because there's already brown on it, so that covers the most. Well, you can see here the back will be ideal for journaling. But you can also see that my crafting mat is still a bit dirty. It picks up some pigments. But yeah, you know, old papers also have stains in them, and maybe some splatters or water damage or something, so I don't mind. Let me still do this one right away. A little bit of a green touch. You can slightly go into the middle, just with a soft touch, so you will not get the whole circle on it. So yep, this will do. And then it will be something like this, but you cannot see the image. That is the first thing I see right now. I cannot see the image. I don't care, because I can make it work, maybe with something else. And let me see on this side. On this side you will see it. Okay, so can I put it up here? Maybe it's quite big. No, it's too big. But what you can do, if you see these kind of things, just find yourself a solution. I still have like these labels laying around. Maybe clip it to the side, or you know that I showed you the snippets. Maybe put that on the side. Let me see, I like this one. And also because the insects are in the back, then it will be a little bit like this. I'm just showing you, it's not the definite thing that I'm going to do, but I'm just showing you. It's like, oh, this was not the thing that I envisioned. So yeah, you have to make it work and you have to find a solution for that. So, and then you get some other things into play to work with. Yeah. Okay, so I will leave this card in for right now. And it's really amazing because it's the same color that I already had going on in here. So that's quite nice. And what I did want you to show you even more is the next thing. I kept this one up on the side, so maybe you can cut it and glue it on the back on the bottom. That is not right for right now. I will put it to the side. I will put this to the side. I'm just going to give you some ideas for today. Because I am not convinced I am going to finish the whole thing. So let me go over to this side, and this is what I made. Just a scrap piece of paper and also a scrap piece of paper of these tags, if you remember. Yeah, the scraps were laying around and I was thinking, yeah, I wanted to get back into the project. So yeah, you can do two different kind of things. You can glue it down totally, but you can also choose to only glue the sides and the bottom, and then you have another tuck spot. But because this one is already very tight because of the stitching, you cannot put a bulk in it. I'm going to leave it flat, so I'm going to glue the whole thing down. And then this is the same way as we did over here. I already prepared that this afternoon, and you can just glue it down like this. Then what I see is an empty spot over here. I don't want it to be that empty, so if you are a washi tape lover, just get your washi tape out and put some washi tape on it. But you can also add a little bit of the stamps that we already used before. And let me see if I have a little number. Like this. You just need a little bit. You don't need a whole big. Oh, that one fell down. So it's a little bit like this. I think I like it. So yeah, we are going for this one. And then of course in the blue color, because I want the blue to be back on this paper too. Yes, that is what we want. Okay, so ink up your edges. These threads are sometimes a little bit in your way. So for the ones who maybe have a request for something they would like to know, something they would like to see, you can always DM me. I'm also on Instagram, I am on Facebook also, but no, that's under my own name. That is Marlies Huyink Vlug. It is, well, maybe in, when you pronounce it in English, it's called more like Huyink, Huyink. and my second last name is Vlug, V-L-U-G. So you can find me on Instagram and Facebook. So Facebook is my own name, Instagram is Marley Design. If you have any request or for, yeah, maybe you have some problems with something or want to know something, just DM me and I can maybe get it into a live after my holiday, and maybe I can already prepare you something. So in this case I'm going to glue the whole piece down because of the lack of space in the pockets. It's not a good idea to make an extra pocket because of the bulk. It will mostly tear, I think, and that is also not nice when you spend a whole lot of time making such a nice flipbook. So okay, so I will put this to the side, of on the side, and I like it. So I pre-made these things already this morning, so the edges are already roughened up with the paper distresser, and they're already inked. Okay, so yeah, I can see it right away because this is all, yeah, it speaks to me. You understand? I also have made two shipment collects. I cut them in two. It really pleasing to the eye to put them here in the middle, and then you can also see you will create some balance. So I'm going to glue these down first. And it doesn't matter that your stamping is partially covered by this, because it gives you a great and playful background, and yeah, that is pleasing to the eye. Shipment collect. Just take a look that you are a little bit in the middle of everything, and yes, press it down. Okay. So I can point out right away. Oh, I almost dropped the scissors on the floor. Let me see. I just want to use it as a pointer. Dark blue over here, 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 and here. So most likely it will be on the belly band too. And if you will do like this and this, it's also over here, and then you can also see it over here. So you can see you are bringing it back, repetition, balanced. Okay. So, what did I had in mind even more? How late is it, guys? Almost 7:30. So I had a little piece left over vellum. I just created this little envelope, and I'm going to glue it down. Maybe I can do sometimes a tutorial on some envelopes, but I can imagine that this is not the most difficult part for yourself to do. So this was also pre-made. Okay, some leftover squared paper. It's the same as you can see in the back over here. It's the same over here. Yeah, some little corners that were left over. The stamp we did last week, I think. So I will glue this down. I have to turn it, and it's just slightly bigger. You don't need it to stick out a whole lot, just a little edge will be just fine. So I was thinking to put it on the envelope, maybe a little bit like this, and make a band on top like this. So the you know, the blue and a word or a blue and some numbers will return. So this is also good for you to know if you have something that you like. Just get that technique going for you, or that color combination, and just yeah, get it into your whole project. Okay, let me see if I can. This is a little bit in the middle. Okay, I will get the blue paper out and I will glue it down. Yes, this will work just fine. I am also open-minded about feedback. If you have something to say or comment about how I work, or how I can maybe improve how the camera is videoing. Yeah, just give me some advice if you have some. Okay, what did I had even more for this? I also had this one. And it could be too big, everything together, but I'm going to try. If it's too big, I'm not going to use it. But yeah, you just have to try and see for yourself. So today I also went to a flea market, and it was the first one in, well, maybe 18 months or something, yeah. So it's good to be outside sometimes with other people and going somewhere, and, well, yeah, looking and searching for the things you love. And I had a couple of nice finds. Okay, let me see if this will work. If it's not working, we will... Oh, it is. Yes, we can do that. And let me see if this... That is too much. I only want this one. I like it. Okay, we are going to work with it right away. So I'm just going to glue this top down. I'm not going to glue the whole thing down because then you will close your envelope right away. I want it to be loose to put some things in. It's like this. But you can still open it. And then this will go up here. No, it doesn't need to be glued down. Let me see if I can punch it quite... Yeah, I'm going to do that. Yep. And then I will take the larger one to... Okay, where's my pen? Because this needs to be just slightly above so I can punch a good hole in it. The pen is over here. Oh, I can feel right now I'm getting a little bit more tired. And then you are searching for things. Okay, I did put a dot on there. And let me see. Yes, quite nice. And so the other bread was for this piece. And so a piece of string will go through and bind everything to bind everything together for a closure. It's a bit wobbly, that's okay. Okay. So this will go in here. And you know what I showed you? This sheet of all kinds of stamps. Well, the things that I already cut out but I don't use or something like that, I will keep them and I will do it in the envelope for the recipient, just to use. I forgot this one. I will glue that down too. And I think I will wrap things up a bit. I'm going to give you guys a chance to get any questions in the chat. If you want something to know about the craft or about me, or if you have a request for some videos, or so I can think about that, yeah, you can put it up right now and I will see if I can still answer them in the next couple of minutes before I stop the live stream. So the only thing I will do is do the breads, so I don't leave any loose ends for today. Well, for the ones who did not hear or see it, there's a little bit of grit paste, the Tim Holtz grit paste, the opaque one. I just smeared it a little bit on top just with my fingertips and let it dry. I will get some paint out, or just let me see how the ink will react if I do that first. Oh, that is already quite nice. I don't know if it will show. I think the autofocus is out. But what I can do, if you cannot see it very clear right now, I can make a close-up with my camera and put some pictures up. Most of the time, if you follow me on Instagram, I will put those videos or photos, I'm sorry, photos into my story line, into my Instagram stories, because it's just little sneak peeks of the projects that I do, and this could be a good one to put up there. So the coffee ink will stick to the grit paste, and what I like is the green of the bread is still coming through. You can see the grit paste, so it's a little bit gritty, and then you can also see it's a little bit more aged because of the brown ink. Also on this one, you can also do it with the paint or the acrylic liquids. I can see if I can show you something for that. But I need the right color because I cannot add a different color in this flipbook again. Okay, so this is the Deco Art Fluid Acrylics. I have the Cobalt Turquoise. It's not quite a dark blue. Let me see if I have something else. I do have a very dark blue paint also from Deco Art, but then the Americana. It's all about a light touch. It's not about smearing the whole. So I dab my finger into the paint and I just tap, because I really want a small amount, and just tap a bit. And you know the grit paste will pick it up on the raised areas. And with a clean finger, I'm also tapping it down, and you also pull some off, but that's okay. Yes, that's nice. And you don't need a whole lot to give it a good effect. I will have a problem with my fingers sooner because you need one for the paint. You need a clean finger to pull the paint off. I'm always, my hands are always with ink or... So yeah, I will try to make a picture of these and put it up in my stories, and so you can see. It's just a slight touch. Let me see if I can clean my fingers a bit. Okay, so I'm going to put this back in. And I will also get some string out and finish this. And then I'm going to the chat to answer questions. And then for today we are done. Okay, so even with the string, we already used two different kinds. This one and let me see, this one. And what do I want? So this string is not that thick, and that is what you need because this envelope is going in here and you don't want it to be bulky. So choose a string that is, yeah, some kind of, yeah, small, thinner. It has to be thinner. Okay, so this will go down, wrap it around. Maybe you can do that for a second time if you want to. I am trying to make this package not too bulky, so I only wrap it around once this time. And then it goes like this. And this is what I like because the numbers are just above the pocket. And this is what your eye catches on to, so that's lovely. And for this one I will close, oh no, it's this side, yeah. So for this I am going to do this piece of string, and I still have to watch if I'm going to glue a little piece of this down, because I don't want it to like this, like turn. I don't want to do that. So maybe I will glue it down over here in the middle and not the edges. So I am going around. And I think because it's a quite large and tall flipbook, I will do it twice just to know for sure it's nice and tight and everything is tucked in. Yeah, I will do it twice. I did not go around, and this one has to go around too to hold it together. I will get some extra string because it's not tied totally appropriate, but yes, it will look a little bit like this. Okay, so let me hold it up to the camera so you can see closely. This is it for now. So I already explained, sometimes I will leave this and I will come back tomorrow or the day after, and then I see still stuff that I don't like and then I'm adding. So if there is anything in this process, I will film and I will make an extra video of it, and you can see how I will finish the whole piece. Okay, so now I'm going to the chat to answer the questions. Oh yeah, thrift store. Oh, sometimes I have so much problems with finding the right words. Oh, thank you very much. Have to leave. Okay. Denk dat Edith al weg is. I already think she left. So, okay. So for the ones, I will go to the front view. So for the ones who are still live with me, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate your comments, your support, your likes. It really helps me to make extra connections with other people and to grow my channel or Instagram. And yeah, it's all because of people that give a shout out and support. So thank you very much. And like I said, there's summer holiday right now. So for the next couple of weeks, I think a week, 4 weeks from now or 5 weeks from now, I will start again with the live streams. I will still keep it on Sunday, 6 p.m. Central Eastern Summertime, no, Central Europe summertime. but I will do a notification on YouTube itself and on Instagram. So if you follow me, you will be notified when I go live again. And in the meantime, I wish you a very nice summer holiday. Enjoy your free time, and I would love to see you when I get back. So have a nice evening, have a nice summer. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.